These niggas be cowards, been standing on business long as I've been living. That's God as my witness. Ain't never been timid about chasing my vision. No Mason to get it, I put that on me. I dropped the comic, the option, the critics. Whoever don't get it, gon' see. I started rapping way back in the 90s. I've been on the grind since 2003. Vet with this shit. Don't need no fluke, cause I still got a quill full of ink. Rap with this shit. Straight up a deck with this shit. You do not step to the king or get checked in this bitch. Swagging and surfing, I'm flexing this shit. Thought it was curtains, my set never end. Put that on set and the rest of my friends. Tony, my brother, we bought no assist.
Shooter died, that's some natural causes, man, spirit be blessed. I got younger OG that'll do it for me, cause they own me, but I do it myself. Quill, I got a question, why would I ever shed a tear for the other side? When I cried, I ain't see the pain in no other eyes. I don't wanna die, I don't wanna lie. Every time in the mind, thoughts go to homicide. Even with the odds, pray to God, please show a lover where to draw the line, cause surviving is a crime. No more trapping on the iPhone, this ain't my phone. Got a new number for the ride home, spinning like Carolina Cyclone. Put him in the ozone, thinking that he's safe, cause Zoe gone.
Flow so dope, got a toe by the boatload. Got the whole globe in a scope and I don't choke. So close to the edge, won't let go. Can't let nothing slip, can't lose my grip. That's all I got, can't lose hold. Say they dedicated when I say it be true though. Fake on pages, make them famous. Chase that bag through loopholes. No foundation, I'm just saying if you make it, kudos. Good luck, nigga, good riddance to you.
Why would I ever shed a tear for the other side? When I cried, I ain't see the pain in no other eyes. I don't wanna die, I don't wanna lie. Every time in the mind.
I am one half of the group, Tony Parker. That's who we are when we are together. So we just dropped the EP, and you guys are about to listen to it. Tell us what you think. We've been friends for a really long time, and we had a mutual friend named Ian. And Ian passed away. Ian was a really dope producer. We were actually roommates. I'd come home and Ian would be cutting records in the corner, when I walk in the house. And he was, he was sharpening his sword and getting his craft up and all that. And, he passed away before we actually had an opportunity to, get something solid in. And, me and him kind of got together and we decided that we wouldn't let that happen again. And so we decided before it was too late, while we still had the opportunity, let's go ahead and get one in for the one time. So I gotta say, I was just telling him before I grabbed the mic, one of the reasons why, so a little bit of the story, like me and him have known each other since high school. I was a spoken word dude. And outside of, famous people that you all know, like Lupe Fiasco and DMX and all that stuff, he's probably had the biggest influence of why I rap the way that I rap. And over the years, I've been able to do some really cool things professionally with that craft, that gift. And he's one of the dopest MCs that I've ever known. And I just want the world to know what I know. And so I wanted him to also experience a proper rollout for a project. I wanted him to just get his proper due, before it's all said and done. So this is my man, Tony. I'm going to let him introduce himself. But he is a big, big reason why I am the artist that I am. So big round of applause for that, just off the drop. Okay. I appreciate that, man. Hi, y'all. Again, I am Tony Seven, the other half of Tony Parker, the Tony of the Tony Parker. And likewise, as much as he says I have influenced him, Mason was a big influence to me. Poetically, definitely. I've always been in the rap, but I'm just in the art form. I'm not into like you talking about the rollout and everything of the projects. I just like making music. And we were in a program called Campus Connections where we used to go to HBCUs, and Mason was already pretty established in the sense of being known for his talent. So I would see, I really knew about Mason, was a fan of Mason before he even knew what my name was for real. So I used to watch him, and if you ever seen Mason's poetry, as much as I admire his rap, his poetry always holds a special place in my soul because he used to speak on topics and touch on things in a manner that I haven't seen or heard anyone do artistically. And to see his growth from then all the way up to now, where he's able to
put that in his lyrics has been, you know, a blessing and amazing to see. So again, we had a friend named Ian, and he passed, and we just made that decision. We have a couple of tracks, but there's a lot more work that should have been done between us, and we're gonna make sure that, you know, no matter how long it takes, no matter how old we get, we're gonna put out that art form and that work until, you know, the day we die. We definitely have contributed the majority of our lives to music at this point, and there's no reason to stop now. So, you know, here's Tony Parker. Tony Parker.
Got me ballin' on my pivot.